So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. You see, when we hear some kind things, some kind stories, you hear some people say, what is going on these days? What is happening with people nowadays? My dear people of God, I promise you, wonders shall never end, but no be today we wonder start. A lot of obnoxious and unbelievable things have been happening from time immemorial on this God's green earth. But social media, you see this thing called social media, it has revealed a lot. It has exposed a lot. It has unraveled a lot of ills that have been playing out in our society. Here, we will keep sharing and we will keep learning. So when this, my brother here, Ubong Uwak, took to a dating site or a dating platform on Facebook a few days ago to publish a brief autobiography of himself in search of a partner, it did not seem much out of the ordinary that we typically find on Facebook. Posting what could have been the best photograph in his gallery, fresh haircuts, all suited up, and the smile as wide as the legs of a newly married woman. He said, "Good morning, God-fearing faithfuls. I'm Ubong Uwak from Nigeria, 41 years, widower, no kids yet, hoping to have someday. Let's praise God together. Feel free to message. New here, I need a God-fearing sister." So we did not have any problem with this publication. People can meet their life partners anywhere, can't they? And social media is no exception. So we gave our nod, we gave our approval. Matter of factly, I almost shared the posts on Nezeville here, just in case there are any willing, God-fearing sisters ready to praise the Lord, as Brother Ubong has indicated, so they can shoot their shots and connect with him. Nothing much, I'm just doing the Lord's work. Until very shortly after Brother Ubong made this post, this obituary poster went public. And I was like, what is going on here? Which one be this one again? And so we peeped the surname and we saw Uwak sharing the same surname with Brother Ubong. And we were like, oh, is this his sister? Is this his auntie? Who is this? But as we looked deeper and dug deeper, we were met with the discovery that this lady in question in the obituary is none other but Brother Ubong's wife, his late wife. Some people watching me will be thinking, oh, well, he is a widower, he admitted it. His wife is late. It's till death do us part. Life has to move on, and that is correct. And that we agreed to until we took a closer look at the obituary details, at the funeral arrangements, and it said, irreplaceable loss, late Mrs. Glory Ubong Uwak. Funeral arrangements conducted by the Apostolic Faith Church, there in Uyo, venue, Apostolic Faith Church, Oron, Secretariat Road. Date, Friday, the 1st of August, 2025. Just excuse me, give me 1 second. Which year are we in? Sometimes I get confused, mommy brain and all of that. Is this 2024? Mbano. Oh, 2025. What month is this? July. I cannot July. Okay, no. Date of burial, Friday, the 1st of August, 2025 at 10 a.m. prompt. So Brother Ubi's wife only died recently. Her corpse is still in the mortuary, lying cold. She has not been buried. She has not been laid to rest. Her burial is slated for the 1st of August. And on the night of July, merely and barely 3 weeks before his lawfully wedded wife will be committed to Mother Earth. Brother Ubi is already on dating sites and social media hunting for the next woman that he's going to move on with his life with. Now, this is not a celebration of life. This was a painful and premature passing of a young lady. She was only 43 years, and her husband, Brother Ubong, could not even wait for her corpse to enter ground. We're not even talking about the mourning period. Okay, wait for 1 year and mourn your wife. No, we're not even talking about the mourning period. We're talking about the decency and the respect of having your wife's remains buried. He is already posting clean shave selfies, soliciting online for a new woman, while his wife's spirit still roams the earth. But that is not the whole story. Sit back and listen. And if you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. As we were trying to grasp and deal with the shock of this man's, what do we call it? Is it cruelty or outright madness? More details surrounding this man, his late wife, and the circumstances surrounding her death began to make it out. This lady here, Roberta Edo, who is a tech entrepreneur in Nigeria and who happens to have had the late Glory in her employment, revealed even more shocking insights. Let us read this together. She said, "You all know I've been so busy running my business that I barely have time for myself lately. But this photo went viral, and a lot of friends who knew Glory was my staff have reached out. You remember when I posted the story of her death just hours after our meeting?" So this lady is saying that her and Glory had met in safe and good health, sound mind, and just a few hours after, she heard that Glory had died. Okay? Before long, families and friends began reaching out to share different stories of alleged abuse this girl suffered at the hands of her husband, Leo Ubi Uwak. After hearing so much, I contacted her family members, and they all confirmed that she had endured abuse. I spoke to my company's lawyer, and he advised that her family should file a petition with the police. Together with some of Glory's friends, we supported her family in filing an official complaint. The suspect was arrested, and the police requested that we pay for an autopsy, which we did. During that time, I started receiving threats from his village people, but that was nothing I couldn't handle. Deep down though, I was hoping our suspicions were wrong, that Glory had died of natural causes. Listen to this. But when the autopsy came out, our pain deepened. It revealed a deep crack in her skull, blood that flowed from the cracks of her throat, and other abnormalities. We began to press the police to act appropriately. Meanwhile, bribery attempts were happening left, right, and center from Ubong's family. But that wasn't my concern. We focused on getting the police to do the right thing. I even had to escalate the matter to the police headquarters in Abuja because of a corrupt counterpart at Ikom Akpan Abia. Eventually, the file was sent to the DPP, that's the Director of Public Prosecution, for prosecution. So while we waited and hoped for justice, Glory's family, her father and siblings, who had filed the initial petition, withdrew from the case. Haba. They even began fighting those of us outsiders who were supporting them to get justice. Her dad would later write to the police to withdraw the case, that his son-in-law was incapable of doing such, even though autopsy was staring us in the faces. My people, I was ready to fight the police. I was ready to fight the suspects and anyone standing in the way of justice. The only ones I didn't want to fight were her family. Because tell me, how do you lose a daughter and then join hands with the suspects when autopsy clearly shows that she didn't die naturally, to fight those asking for justice? I quietly withdrew from the case and left Ubong to God. It wasn't long before his family found their way through the system and secured his release. Now look at the embarrassment. The week he left prison, the very week Ubong left prison on suspicions of murdering his wife, he posted on a dating platform looking for a wife. Women, you always say you want marriage. If you like, go and marry him. You might just be the next victim. He hasn't buried the one that died, with autopsy reporting pointing to domestic abuse. And he wants another. Churches that like to join nonsense. Shebi, he allegedly came out of police custody into this wedding that day. So even when he married the late wife, he was just strolling out of police custody straight to wedding venue. All that drama that happened on the wedding day, you still went ahead to join glory to him. Continue joining nonsense. He will soon bring a new sister to wear suits and whites. Congratulations to you all. If you are in an abusive relationship, but trying to stay to please society, continue to stay. You hear? You will really please us just like this. My God. So clearly, according to this lady and according to the autopsy reports, this late woman, Glory, had been enduring series of abuse and domestic violence in the hands of her husband. And she clearly took the typical African marriage advice. Stay there. Pray for him. Wear bomb shots. Dress better. Cook for him. Tolerate him. Don't check his phone. Forgive him. Don't ask questions. Keep your mouth shut. Remain there. She heeded. So she complied too, until she died. The post-mortem examination that was conducted shows concrete evidence that connects her death to the series of domestic abuse that she had been suffering in the hands of her husband and her family, maybe due to threats, intimidation, emotional blackmail, religious brainwashing, and sentiments. Oh, let God be the judge. Who are you to judge? Judge not, so you will not be judged. And all those misinterpretation that itches the ear. Because if God does not want some judgment on earth, he will not allow lawyers and judges and courts to be made. He will not have given human beings the wisdom to be justices and magistrates. He knows that the ultimate judgment should be reserved for him, but there should still be discipline, decorum, and judgment on earth. So if you are one of those myopic ones who believe that people should be free from their atrocities because it is only God that can be the judge, you need to get some enlightenment. So maybe it was that, or maybe it was financially motivated. Oh yes, financially driven in the form of monetary compensation. Whatever be the case, her family went back to the police and withdrew the investigation, withdrew the case. Have you seen a country where a criminal complaint, where a crime, a suspicion of crime, a crime as severe as murder, falls in the hands of individuals to determine whether they should be pursued or not? Can you see what we're talking about? Can you see what we're dealing with in a country where poverty and illiteracy is the order of the day? Then the practice is that an individual can withdraw a murder complaint. Is a murder complaint a civil case? Is the case Mr. Akman versus this person? No, it is the state versus the accused person, because a crime is an offense against the state. But let's go on. Whatever the reason may be, the late woman's family withdrew the case from the police station and the file was closed. The suspect's family used money, got him out of police custody, and the very week that he left police custody, the man suspected of causing his wife's death is on social media announcing himself ready and available for a new wife, publicly, loudly, shamelessly, while the remains of his wife lays cold in the morgue. You know, when we speak about these things, we almost sound like broken records. But the God that gave us these platforms will be upset with us if we do not speak the truth to people that value the truth. When people are advised that they should not die in a marriage, that if you do, life will move on faster than you anticipated. You know, everybody likes to feel irreplaceable and indispensable. That is what we use to comfort ourselves. You will never find a woman like me. She will never find a man. Brother and sister, they can and they will. They will. If possible, they can find a one better than you. Life no balance. So. Do you think life is a fairy tale or a Nollywood movie that every bad person must get his karma? It doesn't always play out like that. Think of yourself first. Don't think of the retribution that awaits the person that hurts you. A man or a person that did not appreciate or honor you in your lifetime when you are on ground to cook for him, to take care of him, to keep him company, to service him in the room, and he didn't still love and appreciate you. Is it when you are dead, when you serve no purpose and he has no need for you, you have no value to add to his life? Is it then that he will appreciate you when you are dead? That man that you allow to kill you, that you kill yourself for, will remarry before your corpse turn cold. And guess what? Society will understand. They would make excuses for him. They will say he needs comfort. He's a man. He should not stay alone. If he has kids, they will say he needs a woman to take care of his kids. There will be a plethora of excuses made for him. Can you imagine that in this case, just think, close your eyes and imagine for a second that it's a woman that did this, that her husband's corpse is still in the mortuary and she's on Facebook advertising for a new husband. Society would see her jaka. She can't even try it. Not to talk about if she is suspected of having a hand in the husband's death. Even those that didn't have a hand in the husband's death, society is carving out loopholes and fabricating stories to ensure that she is roped in. We know the cases. Even when autopsy, even when preliminary inquest, even when coroner's report has said, this woman does not have any hand in this man's death. It is injection, it is a reaction. Society is saying no, it must be her. Not to talk about this one that the autopsy is clearly pointing that investigate. There are serious indications of severe injuries that may have caused deaths. But the man is bold on social media advertising for a new wife. When I tell you on this channel that you have to look out for yourself, because our society is not built to protect you. The only protection that you have is the one that you give yourself. That's why as a Nigerian woman, you need to be extra careful because nobody would save you. I'm not trying to be a pessimist. I'm not trying to be a cynic. I am just being realistic. Because if you want to save yourself, that same society is the one that will turn around and tell you to endure and make a mockery of you and insult you and tag you and humiliate you as a bad woman that cannot keep her home. Even when the person you're trying to keep is unkeepable, they will still expect that you stay there for the children, you endure, you pray. Do you think Gloria, this late woman, did not pray? Is there any woman going through fire and brimstone in her marriage that does not spend the midnight praying? She prayed, and I bet she prayed hard. But did her prayers save her? Did endurance earn her any badge of honor in that? Should marriage be a suicide mission? Is your purpose and destiny in life to save and fix someone who wouldn't bat an eyelid to be in another woman's embrace 2 weeks after you have gone? Why are we even talking about 2 weeks? When in fact, even in your lifetime, as you are there, the person is already enjoying the warm ties of another woman in your lifetime. So, not to talk about when you are gone. Dear men and women, do not die for a person that will not mourn you. Do not die for in-laws who will help your husband pick his next bride. Do not die for a society who would scroll past your obituary pictures and double tap on your husband's new wedding photographs. We need to start telling ourselves the truth. And we need to start choosing life over shame. Shame is such a strong force. It's one of the biggest and the largest inhibitors in life. Do you know how many men and women will die not fulfilling their purpose, will die not discovering their potential because of that weight of shame, that fear of how society will perceive them, how people will see them? Do you know how many people would go to their graves with the talents and the gifts that God gave them to showcase to the world just because of shame? Shame is powerful, and our society has mastered the art of weaponizing it. And anybody that can be blind to shame, anybody that can break away from shame, can truly be the author of their own destiny, not just in marriage, but in all ramifications of life. Because this lady now, Glory, we can't say, oh, she was staying for her children. There were no children in the marriage. It was clearly for shame. Now, when I say blind to shame, please do not misunderstand me. The losing shame I'm talking about does not mean that you won't have decorum or decency or discipline, or you come on social media butt naked and you are dancing. That's not the shame. That's not the shame I say you should lose. I'm talking about the kind of shame that restricts, that self-doubts, that inhibits, that makes you sacrifice your life, that cages potential, that victim guilt, that traps, and that kills. Choose life over shame. May the life of the late Mrs. Glory Uwak rest in perfect peace. And I do hope that people, men and women, are learning from these true life stories that we share. Let us get your thoughts down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.